Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Enlightenment Through Meditation session. Today is Saturday, our California, 6 o'clock time. So, good evening or hello to everyone. And once again, thank you very much for joining us. And I would like to thank your fingers, your minds, your brains, and your time that you took to sit and watch the session. Before we go into any further details about this session, just remember, if there is any question you would like to ask, please write it down for us and maybe we can answer during the session time. As you all know, we have been going through our self-awareness sessions, as it says here, self-awareness, and this is our 6th session. Last time was our 5th session, and we went over the qualities part. Just taking a second break here, and also want to thank everybody who has walked here to our place to join this session. So we have been talking about self-awareness, and we went step by step what it is, when does it start, how do we find it. And last time we talked about the qualities that as the awareness grows, we develop our qualities of love, of kindness, stability, satisfaction. We don't get angry as much, we are not greedy as much. So all that we went over. But as self-awareness is a very big subject, sometimes it's important and good to go back and look it from a different perspective, merge all the information together, and then move on again. It's just realizing or looking at something at different corners, different perspectives, and making sure that we do get it, we do understand it. Understanding is also something which you cannot say, I understood it 100% and there is no more understanding left. Because right when you say that, the mind changes, the attitude changes, the behavior changes, the next activity changes, the nature changes. So with all those changes, as I mentioned last time, kaleidoscopically, everything changes again. So self-awareness is the same thing. It keeps on growing. So today we are going to go over, when does self-awareness start? Because it is important for us to know, has it started in my case? Generally, when we look to people who we feel that their self-awareness is high, we look at them. We want to be like them. Whatever they say, we capture it. We capture it, we want to do it, and sometimes we forget that their awareness is high. That's why we are listening to them. We are starting. So therefore there is going to be a difference. What they say, and if we start to copy them, because we like them, so we want to do like them. Now, being a child, is this a wrong thing? No, it's not a wrong thing. If a child can say only few letters or few words, is it a wrong thing? No. In his or her awareness, that's all the child can say. But if the child is in good company, child would learn good words. Child would learn good things around whatever is in the environment. A child who is not so fortunate will learn whatever else is in the environment. So the child who is learning from any environment, it's going into the child, and the child is growing physically, mentally, and emotionally, and these things are penetrating to the child at a physical level as well as at abstract level, tangible and intangible. So when does self-awareness, when does it start? A question over and over comes to us, has it started in me? Because we are interested in me. I want to know if I'm growing. I have gone to this class, I have gone to that class, I have heard big masters, small teachers, this different kind of swamis, different kinds of people. That's great. But has it really penetrated inside me? And have I got anything out of it for me practically so I can implement it? What kind of awareness would be good if I only have it in theory and never practiced it? That's not doing too good. It's good to speak truth, but I'm always twisting the truth the way I like it. Is it really following that? Not necessarily. Would the benefit come to me? Not necessarily. Just like if we want to lose weight, and we like to eat this and we like to eat that and we like to this and we like to sit all the time and we want to watch always television and we want to always relax and we want to drink all the time, then although our goal is to drop some extra weight that we think we have, but our activities are actually all the ones that we want to do for putting on the weight. And then if we sit like, I'm not getting the results, there is nobody else to blame to. Even the drinks which are out there or the foods out there, we cannot blame. They are not coming in our mouth on their own. We are using the fingers. So same thing is almost when it comes to self-awareness. Are we taking the time, and do we know that all the things that we are trying to do is coming to us? So that is, when does it start? And the second, again going back to how do we know? So the first question I would say, when does it start? At the moment, the same time when either we are very disturbed with whatever is going around us because our mind says we may like it or we may not like it. That could be one reason. If somebody says something to us and our ego is always getting hurt and we want to adjust with us, we are getting so angry that we are getting sick. We look for avenues. We want to know, is there something that we can find or we can do to do a little bit better? In that case, our yearning becomes bigger and bigger and we start looking. When we start looking, either we talk to our family or we talk to relatives or we go out with friends, but we start going to the places where it satisfies us. Not necessarily the board has to say self-awareness classes. We may be sitting with a friend who is saying everything that is getting to us and we are saying, how come this person can manage life very well? That's an awareness. Awareness doesn't mean that there is heavy duty words to be spoken and somebody who is speaking needs to be the most intelligent person in the world with a high IQ. That's not the requirement, because if you look at nature, it's too simple. The wind is blowing, not asking are you intelligent or no. If you look at rain, it's coming. Sometimes strong rain, sometimes it's drizzling, doesn't even feel it's raining. Too simple. Mountains are high, rocks are small, no differentiation, no lines, nothing. So when we go and we listen to someone and it makes sense to us, and when we apply that to us, we are in the process of evaluation. That means we are looking within ourselves. We are already looking into our awareness. And at that time, we start to feel maybe I need to switch from A to B to C, or I am at C, I need to go back to A. Maybe I'm traveling on the wrong path. But this all becomes self-awareness. Awareness is defined as how you visualize, how you see your own activities. Are they coming in your favor? And at some time, we don't even know what is in our favor. And why is that? Because we use these eyes, outside nose, outside everything where the energy goes outside. We use these areas to make a determination if we are progressing. But if when you start looking into awareness, it's an abstract thing, it's intangible. So what does it mean? It directs us inside for this body to do the things or activities. When inside it says, I need to look into my own self and find if I'm doing the right thing. Why I am all the time so mad? These people are not mad, they are smiling. Why? Do they have more money than me? Sometimes we meet with somebody who is poorer than us and smiling, laughing, joking, going in the moment. We learn from that. That's self-awareness. We are learning. As long as we are learning and moving and thinking that it attracts me, it penetrates me, and I can look on my own thought pattern, that is self-awareness. That is the awareness. Awareness is not a magic that someone come and throw at us and say, boom, here you get it now. It doesn't work that way. Always if we have to go to a destination, there is going to be the first step. It's good if we look at the map, we need to know where we are going, we know what vehicle we are using, and we find where we are going to gas on the way and not get trapped anywhere. That becomes our homework in the self-awareness thing. Exactly. For example, I want to say, I don't want to get mad. That's my ultimate destination. I don't. So why do I get mad? That means maybe I have too many expectations. Those expectations are such that in my circumstances, I cannot meet. If I cannot meet, either I reduce my expectation or I eliminate them. Otherwise, I will be mad for rest of my life. And being mad, what will happen? My whole system will get under stress. I am inviting physical stress that leads to all different kinds of diseases. Because when inside is not happening, outside it's going to reflect itself. So that is the time when we start looking into our own life and we find that we are not so happy with it. Or could be happier with it. Or sometimes we have all the possessions, worldly possessions, but we are not happy. As you all know, we have a holistic place here. DKW is a very holistic business, and we get to do a lot of consultations, evaluations, and practically I can share with you, sometimes we meet with people who worldly possessions, there is nothing they do not have, but still deep down the heart is crying, there is a lot of grief in heart. Where is that grief coming? That means there is still some level of expectations that are not being fulfilled in life. Life is not only material, as we all know. Somebody may not be very rich, but they have a high reputation. People listen to them, leaders and all that, very well recognized. There are some leaders, their level of awareness is also high. There are leaders whose awareness may not be that high, but we still like them as leaders because whatever they say attracts to us. So when does it start? When we start looking into it, we start feeling like we are not getting everything that we want, then we say, yeah, it is time to go within myself, see myself. Even when we go to a counselor, they sometimes very materially, very physically put the goals in front of us and how to get them and all that, but they do make an action plan. That also goes towards self-awareness, because through those activities we start to look into our own self. So when does it start? Like I mentioned just now, when all these things happen, self-realization or the awareness part already starts. The next thing is, how do we know? Because when we go, it's a human tendency to look out for those who are out there, who are making the seminars, who are making big presentations. Sometimes there are speakers and on the freeways you cannot even drive. Everybody wants to go there. And when we go so much into that, we need to be listening to them and applying them, and maybe that will take us there. That sometimes confuses us more. Why it is confusing? Because we want to take their words and we say XYZ said this, therefore we need to apply that XYZ. But when we look at ourselves and we see, do we really need to? Does that XYZ which looks so good over there in a big crowd and everybody is applauding, does really that apply to me in my situation? Maybe not today. Maybe a month later, maybe a year later, maybe 10 years later, or maybe right now. That we have to look, because listening and applying something that somebody says without realizing it is very difficult. It's just copying. Copying means that we did not realize it. We are taking somebody's word, doing it under our name. Maybe kind of a piracy. Because we didn't experience. If we had experienced, I'm sure under our situation, we make some sort of modification, because two people are never alike. So when we are looking, how do we know that we have got self-awareness in all truthfulness? When we hear something, we like it, but when we are applying it, we start evaluating our own situation in all truthfulness to us. Because we cannot, this is not your awareness, this is not his awareness, this is not her awareness, this is self-awareness. And within self, we know everything. We know our wrongdoings, we know our good doings, we know our plannings, we know our methods of twisting. We know, because it is not that nobody twists. Mind is a twister. Mind has been given that assignment. If you give one statement or say one statement to somebody and say that let it pass on to 100 people, by the time the 100th person will come and tell you that statement, you're going to say, what is this? I never said it. I never meant it. Words, what you say, what it means, in what context we are saying, where it is traveling, who is the person making it to travel, it all changes by the moment. So how do we look that whatever we heard, it's going to go inside us? When our awareness starts to look into it. So I heard truth is a good thing to do, and now I look into myself, where I stand on this. Am I doing it? Am I not doing it? I am doing to what extent? Because nobody can even tell us. We know our situation, as I'm saying. So under that situation, we are looking, we are liking what we are hearing, but how does it implement in our own situation? So when does it start, and how do we know that it has started? The moment we start to bring a message to us and don't blindly accept it, but apply that message to us, look into us and see where we stand, how this applies to us, and what change I can make today. That change may be 0.1%, but it is towards positivity. That's good. That's self-awareness. That's evaluation, moving on, going. And what will happen when we will take a smaller bite? We can get it done. That turns into our success. And we are going to start seeing the results of that. Because little bit here, little bit there, and little bit there is good. If we try to take a very big bite today, We may not be able to chew it. We will have to spit it out. And here it goes. Our even interest goes down. We don't know. And it is our own awareness. We have decided that we want to increase it. So we must make sure that our steps are good steps. They are small steps. Like I said, the child, if in a good environment, will absorb good things automatically. The child doesn't have to do anything. So if we go and find the people who are giving those kind of messages that we are yearning for, and we apply that, and we go one by one, we will always know that we are on the path of self-realization. And if the path of self-realization, for example, we say it is up to 100% today, we can make, if I make it to a 5%, I stand at 1% right now, very low. I make it to 5%, that is good. Because that 5% in my own situation is the 100%. We won't worry about the 100%. Once we have made it to that 5% and we are happy, because our heart will tell us, our mind will find flaws. How come you are doing so little? This is not enough. You were meditating, you couldn't concentrate, that was no meditation. It would not give you the credit, you still sat down there. You didn't want to, but you sat. You gave the time. So next time we sit again, and then it says, oh, you are really wasting time, but our heart goes, no, keep doing. And what will happen? Little by little, the practice keeps going up, the heart keeps liking. And what happens when the heart keeps liking, as long as we are connected there, the heart is connected to the universe, the whole universe is with us at that moment. We know it, we don't know it. Universe doesn't care really. We are the one, not even we as hearts. Our mind is the one which wants us to get drifted away. So at that time, the self-awareness, where I stand, what did I take, how did I apply, and what is my progress. Even a teeny weeny progress, that's a progress. Even if it is not a progress, it's a standstill. And let's say, what about you find out we are dropping, we are going down. Still self-awareness. Why? Because inside self is saying, hey, 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 you are going down. So it's already, that is the awareness which is saying, hey, let's stop it and let's make our path up again. That's also awareness. So awareness is an awareness. It is not a physical thing. It is a direction coming from inside. That direction, when we start to listen to that direction, when we start to take that guidance and apply it, becomes application. That is the awareness. When does it start and how do we know? When we start to looking into that, yeah, we are following, yeah, we are falling, yes, we are coming back up, yes, we have given up. That's also the situation. When we get too frustrated, we say we cannot handle it, but we know that we are dropping out. Is it good? Maybe that is not the time. That's also awareness. And because we tried and we made the effort and we couldn't succeed, maybe it will come back to us because the awareness part is already there. It's awakened. The seed, as long as it is dormant, it's dormant. But once it's inside the soil and some water is given, maybe if not well taken care of, the sprouting has happened. And sooner or later, if the conditions are right, it will turn into a tree one day. Not right away. It cannot. Even biologically, physically, in nurturing way, it's just not possible. That is the process. Awareness is also a process. It takes time. But yeah, the effort, the willingness to go towards it is really needed. And that is why it is self. If I tell my friend, I think you should go into self-awareness classes, that's really not so meaningful. Because it's my will. It's not my friend's will. So when even if the friend goes there, there is not much benefit because it will come from this ear and go out from this ear. What is the point? Unless it comes from the heart that yes, I want to and know the benefit, because we did discuss about the qualities, that when your awareness grows, how the qualities start to grow, because all the qualities are inside us already placed. Those qualities need to come out, but for them to come out there is certain divine requirement when they start to come out, and therefore the awareness has to grow up to see and pull them out. They come out on their own. Kindness is something one day you know that I need to do it, nobody's going to tell us, but the awareness has to grow to that level. And to get to that level, this is what I have been talking about, that how do we know? Do we only know when we are there? Is it when we know that now our self-awareness is very high? Not necessarily. Like I have been mentioning, that once we know that we have started to look within ourselves, as going up, as staying still, or going down, our awareness journey has started. Because we must realize that we are separated from that ocean of love as little drops. And all these drops, sooner or later, need to merge back into that ocean of love. Now it depends on us. We can make our journey straight very quickly, or we can take time. Just understand, like if I have to go from here to China, I can take a direct flight and go there in 24 hours. Or if I want, I can go to some other countries. I can go to Japan, and then I can go to Malaysia, and I can go to India, and I can go to other countries. And someday I will get to China. But that is my own will. I am choosing to take that long. So awareness is also the same thing. We can move on and start going, and especially knowing in this session what we have discussed, that not necessarily we have to come out shining star after one class. That's not what self-awareness is all about. As long as we know that we are moving on, and we are realizing that there is something in our voice that we can listen to, we can hear it, the more concentration we give it, the louder it becomes. Yeah, we want to make a change. Yeah, even if it is a little bit, it is acceptable to us. Yeah, we would like to get all those qualities which are sitting inert in us come out into limelight, and all those activities that we do today, we are greedy, we are angry, we want this, we want that, we have no patience and all that, we want them to go away. Yeah, they will go away, but we must be ready to take one step at a time to get all those qualities to be growing within us. So I hope that this session has been useful to you. I enjoy doing these sessions with you, and I must say that always remember, happiness is not too far, and I love you all. And at the same time, if you would like to come in touch with us, you can always visit us on our website, which is drkors.com. You can visit our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/drkors. You can follow us on Twitter, and you can watch these videos on Ustream as well as on YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/drkors. Thank you so much for watching this session. Once again, I'm thankful to you, my computer listeners, and all those people who have come from and taken their time to drive up here. Very thankful to all of you, and hopefully I will be able to join you again next week. Thank you so much. Enjoy rest of the evening.